look how much of a better mood you are. Just like 1 minute ago, you were steaming, and now
How am I steaming?
you were steaming.
I wasn't steaming.
You were
I'm chilling.
okay. Bing chilling.
Bing chilling.
Okay. Hold on. Let me make sure there's sound because when they say "so true," you know what that means usually.
Wait, is there no sound?
I don't know. What? Can I? Hold on. What the fuck is?
Okay?
The thing's not showing up. Fuck! Stop! Fuck! Stop! No, we got sound. That's good.
Why are they saying anything?
Well, they were just doing it to. I'm so conditioned that when people are like good one and true, you're like, okay, the audio is out.
Well, that is what it means. Why were they saying that?
I don't know. Did we say a good one that was true? Interesting. See, I don't know. Okay, well, I feel like you didn't quite finish your expression, and now I'm here to also give my take on last night's debate with Pisco. Pisco? Which one does he like less so I can do it that way?
I don't actually know. I think, didn't he embrace the piss memes or whatever?
Okay, I'm going to call him Pisca because that sounds feminine. You know, like the Latin A, the soft A, Pisca.
Okay, sure.
Yeah, all right, good. So I said to you, and I think that this is a good way of thinking about it. Actually, I don't know if this is still here. My take on the debate was that it doesn't make sense to debate with him because he's a bad faith debater. Will never, ever, ever admit any point whatsoever that he's wrong on. He'll just either instantly move on or say that you misunderstood or go and try to weasel it into some other situation. It's like trying to tie a rope around an oiled pig. It's impossible. It's impossible. Like even when there's something as clear as day, which you caught him multiple times in things that was just like, it's not up for interpretation what's going on here. You're wrong. You've made a fool of yourself now. Instead of saying, okay, listen, I misspoke. What I meant to say is this, which would be a reasonable thing to do. It's the very Hassanish thing to do, to instead triple down and say, no. Louder and louder you go. You misunderstood what I was saying. And
yeah, I think somebody mentioned that apparently he gave that piece of advice on stream that like you should never admit when you're wrong in a debate. I don't know if that's true or not, or if that was just DGG saying it. Because I don't just assume things are true because people say it. But it feels like he has that mentality a lot when he does debates. Like, don't ever give on any point ever, or don't ever admit wrong on any point ever.
Which is fucking ridiculous because you end up looking insane. Some of that stuff was, I know that like, so there's people that are, as you would say, brain broken on you as a person on the other side of the aisle. And they'll be like, oh yeah, Pisco did phenomenal here. That was, I think for anyone looking in, that was just total destruction. Like
it's very easy when I'm looking at certain people. You can tell how they're covering it, how they feel it went. Like watching Driscoll cover that and like screaming on his stream the whole time he was covering. Like, if you don't disagree, then jump into my Discord and you can come and debate it. Like he was like losing it. I think it's pretty obvious. What probably happened. Yeah.
Favorite moments, I think number one. The problem is, and I said this to you beforehand also, is that you don't relish enough when you just have them dead. You let them move on. You let them weasel on. One of the big ones was the Aaron has never said she's a communist. And then you have the clip. And then it's like, well, and then he had the counter record. Well, you just can't trust them.
Did he say initially that Aaron never said she was a communist or never said she was a Marxist-Leninist?
You play the clip and then, you're like, well, of course you would say that. It's like, well, should we trust Trump when he says he's not a fascist? Is that, and you had such a kill shot.
It got dumb. Yeah.
It got so stupid.
But the dumb part of that was literally him demanding on the spot for me to produce video evidence of her exact beliefs, where it's like, bro, we're in the middle of a show and this is not the debate topic. Why do you think I would have this material prepared?
Do you know what it's a strategy. I know there's two things you hate doing. One is that you are willing to admit, I think, when you're wrong or when you make a mistake, and the other side will take advantage of it a lot because they'll never admit fault.
Sure. Or usually it's when I don't know about a thing. It's in the middle of the debate. Sometimes I won't. Sometimes I will. It really just depends on the subject matter. It depends on what we're talking about. But
I think one of the things that you could do more powerfully is knowing that they also do not have this stuff on hand. So when they're saying something, be like, where's that claim? I don't see that.
I feel like it looks unhinged. And I don't like to feed into that perception. And I think
if you feel confident about it.
I think he looked bad doing that, demanding that I try to pull up clips in the middle of a debate and say like,
or at least in response to what they're saying. If they
Well, but when I say pull up,
no, I'm saying if they're just like, where's the clip of this, and then you're like, fine, here's a clip of her saying a communist. Now, where's that clip of the TSA agent confirming 100% that Hassan did that? I think that's like a proper way of responding in tort with this stuff.
maybe. I mean, no, I like to not.
You like to let them have plausible deniability?
Sometimes I think, depending on how the debate goes, I think it makes them look bad. I think in that debate, I think he looked bad doing that. And then I think if I push on some things, it'll take away the badness of them doing it, because then they can say both sides are doing it.
One compliment I had is that sometimes in past debates, I'd noticed Pisco's a huge offender with this. Whereas we're debating and I start talking and you'll let me interrupt you. I like that you did the headphone off strategy without, I guess you didn't actually take off your headphones. Just keep talking. Let him do his screaming, keep talking, doing your point, and that's it.
Yeah, the whole like he interrupted everybody so much there. Like he was interrupting obviously me a ton. He was interrupting Connor person, and he was even interrupting Econoboy. Like
I think do you remember way back in the day of the Startups podcast, we had a Syrian legend make us that thing where it's like, I want to talk next. Yeah, I want to talk next. That type of, yeah. I think that for debates like this, something that would be helpful. What we've had in the past is we've had DGGers go through and like tally up how long each person is talking. I think it would be an incredibly strong point to have that shown live to people as you're doing it, almost like a real-time chess clock, because it's going to make the other person essentially realize like, oh shit, like I'm talking 4 times as much as this person. I'm going to look unhinged.
Yeah, like the weird thing was that oh fuck, what was I going to say?
The weird thing about
I clicked the fucking Schrodinger's cat meme and it just wiped my fucking mind.
Well, I remember what
I was going to say.
Yeah.
No, now you made me forget it because now you just interrupted me.
Sorry. Take your time. We were talking about how he keeps talking over you and
oh, no. The about the keeping time thing is that like there will be debates where I'm having a conversation with somebody, and I don't know if I like this more, if it showing time would up, where I'd be like, how much more do you think I've spoken here versus you? And the other person will be like, oh, I think we've spoken about the same. And I'm like, no, you've probably spoken like 50% longer than me. And then when you tell her the time at the end, usually they've spoken like sometimes even 2 times as long as me. I'm like, bro, yeah, you really think this is even right now? Yeah.
No, but I think like them seeing that live actually would scare them into like a lot of their
chilling
effectiveness.
A little bit.
Well, no, like a lot of their effectiveness, what little effectiveness they have, comes from the fact that they can scream over you and interrupt you and be like, like this all the time. But if they see a clock every time they're doing it, it's like, fuck, I've talked 5 times more than this guy. It's going to look like, damn, you got demolished and you talked 5 times as much.
Yeah. I don't know how you keep track of that on a live debate. You'd have to be humans keeping track of it, because when we're both like screaming over each other. Like,
yeah, that should be something that someone builds, the debate chess clock, if you will.
Yeah.
But overall, I think that you did very well. Then again, Pisco was coming from a point where he had a defenseless position because he's done unhinged, so stupid shit. Like the 1000% vindication lap on the Hassan detainment shit. And it's like, I'm sorry, what the fuck do you think we have the TSA for? I want them stopping motherfuckers that are threatening politicians. That's the whole point.
If you cared about Medicare fraud or Medicaid fraud, you would Rick Scott. Okay?
Right? Like if you're going to do that, yes, you don't get expedited screening and you're going to get stopped.
Yeah,
more.
and also we have to remember what we're talking about. We're not talking about getting to fly on an airplane.
Yeah.
We're just talking about expedited travel. And Dan, we're not even talking about like expedited security screening for all flights, just for global entry, coming back into the United States of America from international travel. Like, holy fuck. Come on.
I do wonder if these people assume that like before Trump, because I've talked about this before, do people like, because right now the whole big thing is Trump is like, when you come into the country, you have to have your social media unlocked and we're going to take a look. And I wonder if people are so stupid to think that for the past like 4 administrations that have been there, do you think that they're not looking at people's social media, that like Palantir doesn't have some agreement with like global entry and TSA to let you know, hey, this guy's kind of posting some jihad shit on his Twitter. Like, I'm sorry, is this like brand new? Please, sir, can you unlock your Twitter so we can make sure that you're not like, some fucking terrorist? Like, no, they've known before. And that's the whole point of the TSA. Like it's embarrassing, the whole situation, the lack of knowledge about it, and then the fake outrage. So I'm sorry, was his thinking that you shouldn't be stopped if you're making quasi threats towards senators.
Did he admit that?
Yeah, he did.
Because I think he said that like that shouldn't be a basis for moving your expedited screen. I'm like, really?
What should?
Because he tried to get me. I think I even headed this off. Because he tried to get me on like, well, Destiny, haven't you said? And it's like, bro, if I got an email saying I got revoked from global entry because of shut us down on stream, I'd be like, yeah.
Yeah, but
like,
fair.
not only would I admit that, I'd say like, okay, sure, I wouldn't even fight it because I don't even want them digging through the crazy shit I said online because they might like, bro, the FBI was in my house like 2 months ago. Yeah, no shit, I might get kicked off fucking global entry. Like, why would you ever think I would fight on that fucking point?
I mean, it's the perfect like analogy of what it is. Like, it's a privilege. It is literally, it's a gold star line.
Sure.
Maybe that sounds wrong, but you know, I can say that joke. Yeah, it's not like you don't get to fly. It's just you don't get to fly fast. That's all.
Yeah.
So we had that, and then